Hey guys, Lancer here. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for joining me to look back at the MTG market. Now, this is going to be a probably interesting video because I actually think that what's been happening in the markets overall, such as slowdown in the housing, um, what's happening in the stock market, it seems to be reverting, which is seems to be bouncing back from where it is right now. But I actually feel like the assumption is for all markets, including the MTG market, people are, or at least the reserve banks, are going to back off from re- increasing interest rates and making sure the markets are stable, etc., before they start increasing them again. I actually think that what's going to happen in the next couple of months is interest rates are going to continue moving up, and it's going to put more pressure and surprise the market, even though I think in the last day or two, the US has come out and said that they're in a technical recession. Now, a technical recession doesn't actually make any sense because the recession definition is 2 quarters of a negative GDP, which I think the US currently has, but they also say that they have it along with low unemployment, which cancels it out. Now, I don't know what that means, but if we go by what the markets are showing, is there has now been a very clear move down, especially in the last couple of weeks. Actually, last couple of days. In the last 8 days, there's been some movement downwards for reserve list cards. Now, if we're trading by good news and bad news, the bad news that the US is in a recession should actually make these cards move up pretty fast if people are assuming that the Reserve Bank is going to bail us out. But that has not happened. You can actually see the drop pretty clearly, where it's just been moving across and down pretty well, especially January 2022, and now there's a massive drop from July 11th to now, and that's not even catching up on what we are right now, which is if you can find a moderately played Scrublands for $279, that's almost going back to the end of 2020. That's not even taking into consideration what's been happening the last couple of days. If like a lightly played Scrublands for $313, that okay. This is very clear to me. I'm not too sure. If feel free to comment because I know many people have some influence or some ideas on this kind of stuff. If you guys have seen this price in the last couple of months, let me know because I think a lightly played Scrublands, and there's four of them for $313, sounds like a decent deal from what they were just 3 months ago to 4 months ago. And there's a chance that they might drop further, which is the crazy part. Now it looks like Tiger has flatlined. I need to go back and look at my list. I'm pretty sure I was planning to buy a Tiger and I was planning to actually double up on some of these in the first place. But if you can find a moderately played Tiger for under $300, you're probably doing well. There's a damage one. I wouldn't get the damage. Moderately played, $282. A lightly played is still on the heavier end for $400. But once again, these prices are very different to what they were just a couple of months ago. And I feel like there's a chance that they might continue dropping even further. I need to find out what Rudy's been saying. Lightly played for $429 seems still on the high side. But I think Rudy would probably say that he's going to continue going down the direction of continuing to accumulate. And I actually think that if you guys are into collecting reserve list cards, now is probably a good time to start picking them up. I've been saying this the entire time. If you can afford it, pick them up slowly over time, maybe one every month, one every 2 months, one every 3 months. I'm trying to average around about one every 3 months, but I might speed that up to one every 2 months to 1 month in the next, well, pretty much starting this month and middle of next month. That's payday. And what all you do is you just find one reasonably priced. Doesn't look like Underground Sea is reasonably priced, but going back to possibly the Scrublands, maybe a lightly played one that looks nice, and then pick that up. Moving on to another one that might be on heavier demand, like a volcanic island, and then just figuring out if that's something that you want. Volcanic island actually looks like it's moved up, or at least flatlined quite a bit, so maybe you want to hold out on those. I'm guessing at least for the next couple of months, all of these are going to drop. Just because people are going to want to cash out on the profits they've made, and it's just going to be a good deal in the next couple of months. I lightly played for $390. Do the maths and see if it comes up on top and see if that's something you want to pick up. Because for me, it's all about if it's available and if the price is reasonable, especially compared to where it was the last couple of months. Lightly played Bayou for $424. You could not find lightly played for that kind of price range for a long time. So this is a ideal situation for the next couple of months, just to see if you can pick up some of these and hold on to them at least for the next couple of years. I'm thinking 10 to 20 years is the time frame that you'd want to look at these anyways, especially if you bought them recently, just thinking quick profit, that's fine. But if you want to accumulate, yeah, you're looking for 10, 20 years. And even then, not to even sell. Like, it's just something you can hold on to. If for some reason Wizard of the Coast does decide to print these off, they're not going to print them off for anywhere near the prices that normal booster packs are going to go for. They're going to try to make sure that they get the value out of it, or tempt people in by putting them as prizes or something like a lottery system. It's all going to be very, under the belt as per Wizard of the Coast. So there should be no real big change in what's been happening in the last couple of months, other than greed and fear. So, moving along from the revised edition dual lands, which are in a good state for accumulation, let's move on to what's been happening after Double Masters and everything that I missed, because all it takes you is 3 or 4 weeks and you missed an entire set. So I have got a pack of Double Masters, but I haven't opened it up. I'm not 100% sure if I want to open it up, because a lot of the cards I've already got, because they're mostly Commander staples. But it's still a worthwhile pack to probably hold on to unopened for a while, because there's some value in it. But I have noticed that a couple of the singles in there have dropped quite reasonably in price, which we'll see. So, Modern, for what's been changing in the last week. So you got Tarmogoyf going up by 6%. Cinderhaze Wretch, which I haven't even heard of this card, but it's $2.99 and went up by 169%. Catacombs, Verdant Catacombs, $21.89, a very good card. Seriously, the fact that it was under $20 for such a long time, at least get a set of 4. Hallowed Fountains, obviously these are going up, they haven't been printed in a while. Living End, 10% gain, $16.16. Ragavan, which is surprising because I'm pretty sure it came out in Double Masters, is going up by 2%. Maybe it just hasn't been seen much, and Double Masters is already pretty expensive, so it didn't really drop the price of everything by insane amounts. Dragon Broodmother, 11% gain to now set at $13.57. Balefire Dragon, a 5% gain to now set at $27.95. And Solitude, a 3% gain to now set at $43.41. Golden Town, a 5% gain to now set at $29.69. The biggest drops, anything above 10%. You got Seasoned Pyromancer, which I think was in Double Masters, dropping down by 14%. Surgical Extraction, which I don't know if it was in Double Masters, dropping down by 24% to now set at $12.09. City of Brass, 12% drop to now set at $20.82. Consecrated Sphinx, which I think is in Double Masters, 6% drop to now set at $40.23. Inkai, Servant of Oni, 8% drop to now set at $28.70. And nothing else too crazy. Kozilek, Butcher of Truth, did get printed in Double Masters, but only dropped by about 3%. So there are some Double Masters cards in here, but they're not dropping by an insane amount. Now, that could be because there's a shortage in Double Masters, or the weird outfitting of how many cards on the Mythic side you actually get to in Double Masters. It might be not as easy to get them as you would think. Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. Moving over to Pioneer. Emrakul, The Promised Ends, a 7% gain to now set at $69.43. Ulamog, The Ceaseless Hunger, pretty much all of the other Eldrazi's, 4% gain to now set at $63.29. The ones that didn't get printed in Double Masters popping up on this list. Polyraptor, 11% gain to now set at $16.99. Scourge of Valakut, 31% gain to now set at $5.58. Scapeshift, 8% gain to now set at $17.96. Dreadbore, 16% gain to now sit at $7.88. Oath of Nissa always going up, 12% gain to now sit at $8.94. Sliver, Hive Lord, actually one of the cool slivers. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. 5% gain to now sit at $15, and Indomitable Creativity, 10% gain to now sit at $7.91. And Soren, Imperious Bloodlord, 3% gain to now sit at $24.87. Biggest drops, anything over 10%, though Crucible Worlds isn't here, which is also in Double Masters. In fact, I think a lot of these cards are in Double Masters. Days Undoing, 18% drop to now sit at $9. Dragonlord Dromoka, 8% drop, Double Masters. I think both of these in Double Masters. Kogan's Command, 21% drop to now sit at $6. Triome, 9% drop to now sit at $12.67. Hardened Scales, 17% drop to now sit at $6. Aurelia, the World Leader, 6% drop to now sit at $19.62, which I think is in Double Masters. Smothering Tithe in Double Masters, 3% drop to now sit at $32.82. And Angel of Tithes, 5% drop to now sit at $19. And Rise of the Dark Realms, 6% drop to now sit at $12.45. Now, I said anything under 10% I wasn't going to report, but the fact is I don't remember how many of these are Double Masters, but I actually think a few of them are. And that's actually important to just highlight their names anyways. So, finishing up. Revised edition dual lands are the Canary. They're not dropping by an insane amount, but this could just be the start. A lot of people just think that the Reserve Bank is going to chicken out, and I just can't see them doing it yet. So if they do go ahead and chicken out in the future, then these are going to find the bottom. Now, the easiest way to keep an eye on that is to just, I guess, look at the news, because everyone's paying a lot of attention to the Reserve Bank right now, which is actually showing that they're doing a terrible job, because no one should know who they are, even if they exist. And that means they're doing a great job. But since we know what they're saying and hang on every word, they're doing a really shit job. And that pretty much means that anything they say, if they say something stupid and wrong, they might say something like, yeah, the economy is doing bad, and we are going to have to put a stop to raising interest rates and tightening the belt. And it's going to be bad for anyone that hasn't got stuff gathered up, because inflation is going to skyrocket at that point, because people still have money and they're just holding on to it, waiting for a better bargain at this point. And the second the Reserve Bank says that we're too scared to move any further, that's going to be a massive jump for anyone in prices. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of months, guys. So see how it goes, and thanks for listening. I will try to make these more routine. I was actually on a 1 week leave for work, so I was away for travel, and feel a bit more refreshed now, so hopefully feel back on track. And thanks for listening, and see you guys later.